Let's put Trump here and let's put Obama here. Let's ask questions without them even reading a note or a letter or anything that their people writes up for them. And let's see really who makes a difference. Thanks for tuning in to the JLW podcast. If I said it before, I'll say it again. We need to pull together. Our first topic is, what is Trump up to now? And why do he have 250 aircrafts across the Middle East? And why do Trump want to go to war, period? And why do Trump want to go to war with Iran? Take a look at this video, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Take a look.
Past 36 hours, the United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, Benjamin, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. And we pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case. But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization. They have waged war against civilization itself. Our resolve, and likewise that of Israel, has never been stronger. America is now again the richest, most powerful nation in the world by far. But the only reason we enjoy the quality of life that we do and the freedom and security is we have done things that others are unable to do. But it's because of warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to do battle with our enemies. And they do battle better than anybody. An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be a dire threat to every American. We cannot allow a nation that raises terrorist armies to possess such weapons that would allow them to extort the world to their evil will. Not going to let it happen. We're not happening to us, and we're not going to let it happen to others. The United States has the strongest military the world has ever seen. I rebuilt our military in my first term. There's never been a military like we possess. And frankly, there's nobody even close, but we are now using that military for good. We want to have it for good purpose.
Listen, the reason behind the 250 aircrafts in the Middle East is because Trump wants to threaten Iran and his nuclear program. Trump wants to control not only the U.S., but he wants to control everything around. Middle East, Middle West, whatever. He wants to control it. He wants to have it in his hands. He wants to be able to go in and come out the way he wants to. Trump just wants to run things. He said he was going to do it, and he's doing it. And he's doing it with pride. He has no shame in what he's doing or who he's hurting behind the situation. If the U.S. go to war with Iran, this could be the theory of what might take place. Take a look at this video.
Devastating twist of irony, they launched these one-way attack drones straight back into Iranian airspace. This is week 2 is about taking away the enemy's ability to hit back. First up is the Jashin. When this Iranian fast attack craft approached a U.S. surface action group, it fired a U.S.-made Harpoon missile, a remnant from pre-revolution arms sales. The U.S. cruiser USS Wainwright successfully evaded it using electronic countermeasures and chaff. The U.S. ships instantly returned fire, sinking the Jashin in what became the world's first ever missile duel between warships. Then came the Sahand. This Iranian frigate sailed out to challenge the U.S. fleet and fired at passing aircraft. The response was immediate. Navy attack jets and the destroyer USS Joseph Strauss swarmed the vessel, pummeling the Sahand with missiles and heavy bombs until it caught fire and ultimately sank after its own munitions detonated. Later that same afternoon, a third ship, the Savolan, tried its luck. The frigate fired a surface-to-air missile at a U.S. jet. The pilot simply dodged the missile, looped right back around, and dropped a 500-pound laser-guided bomb directly down the ship's exhaust stack. The internal explosion completely crippled the vessel. The overarching goal behind all of this was to secure the Strait of Hormuz, the single most critical choke point for global oil. Then comes the third week, launching $2 billion stealth bomber again to hit the underground nuclear programs. The problem is, these aren't just buildings you can level. They are heavily fortified subterranean labyrinths buried deep beneath solid rock. If you wait too long, the enemy moves their most critical assets, nuclear enrichment fuels, into impenetrable bunkers. So the military drops this specialized deep penetration munitions, massive bunker busters designed to slice through the earth and detonate inside.
As you watch the video, you can see that Trump and Israel wants to control Iran nuclear system. And as we know, 3 U.S. soldiers have lost their lives doing the back and forth. Listen, it's hurting the American people. Yes, Trump got people on his side. Yes, Trump got people with him. Trump got people running with him and doing what he asks, and his administration is behind him 100%. That's fine and dandy. But when you're outside of the Constitution, because that's all that what matters. That's how you get things done, how you get laws passed. You got to go through the Constitution. But Trump is not worried about the Constitution, nor he worried about the Senate, nor he worried about the representative. He's not worried about anybody. Trump is doing things himself. Trump said in an interview, and at the end of this video, you're going to listen to Mr. Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club tell you all about it, giving him the donkey of the day. But again, Trump said he would not start a war. He lied. Trump said he would not get even close to a war. He's lying. Trump is nothing but a liar. And we got to start standing on it, and people got to start believing it, because he's showing himself to be a liar. He's showing himself that I'm going to do whatever I want to do without anyone input or say so. I'm going to destroy whatever I'm going to destroy. I'm going to cause mayhem on whoever I want to cause mayhem. Trump is out of control. Impeach is not even a word again. We need to do more. And yes, impeach is in the sentence. It's in the sentence. It's in the category. But we need to do more. Because at the end of the day, Trump is having his way. and it's hurting the United States of America. The U.S. and Israel both target Iran and launched a joint military strike against Iran with deaths in Iran. Now Iran is sending out threats to the U.S. and harassing the U.S. ships because of it. They are retaliating. They're tired of being picked on. They're tired of being laughed at. They're tired of being bullied. The people are tired. Trump, you have done enough. But no, Trump got to do more. Why? Because he's Trump. Trump got to say more. Why? Because he's Trump. Trump got to act more because he's Trump. We got to realize one thing. Trump is being who he said he is. Trump is being Trump. And guess what? We need to start being us and not settling for what Trump puts out there. That's facts. You're bothering someone that I haven't seen or read or heard of them bothering us. You're helping a friend out. But in this helping a friend out, how are we benefiting? And if we're benefiting off you helping that friend out, fine. But if we're not, then it's a problem, Trump. It is a problem. Listen to President Trump speak on the attack in Iran. Check it out.
The supreme leader in Iran be worried right now?
I would say he should be very worried, yeah. He should be. As you know, they're negotiating with us.
I know they are, but the protesters have said, you know, where are the Americans? You promised them we would have their back. Do we still have their back?
Well, we've had their back, and look, that country's a mess right now because of us. We went in, we wiped out their nuclear.
So that's the question. If we wipe them out,
we have peace in the Middle East.
Yeah.
If I didn't take out their nuclear, think of it. If we didn't take out that nuclear, we wouldn't have peace in the Middle East because the Arab countries could have never done that. They were very, very afraid of Iran. They're not afraid of Iran anymore. We wiped out those beautiful B-2 bombers, one's right over there, those beautiful little model. Those beautiful B-2 bombers went in and they hit their target, every single bomb, and obliterated it. And because of that, they were going to have a nuclear weapon within 1 month. Within 1 month, they were going to have a nuclear weapon. That was a big threat. That they're not going to have it anymore.
But if we obliterate it, what's the deal about? I mean, if there's no more, are they trying to restart the nuclear program?
Well, I heard that they are, and if they do, and I let them know, if they do, we're going to send them right back and do their job again.
So your understanding is they tried to restart it, and that's why you're threatening force?
They tried to go back to the site. They weren't even able to get near it. There was total obliteration. But they were thinking about starting a new site in a different part of the country. We found out about it. I said, you do that, we're going to do very bad things to you. Very well on the war front, to put it mildly, I would say. Somebody said, on a scale of 10, where would you rate it?
Trump says in the video, with his authority, the U.S. military has knocked out 9 ships, plus their naval building of Iran, and has hit 100 of their targets. Then he tells the United States they have killed Iran's former leader, which is true. And Trump said a lot of more will be done if they do not submit to his will, if they do not submit to the United States' will. What do you have to say about that? Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please let me know how you feel about what's Trump doing in the White House. Is he helping America? Or is he hurting America? Is he strengthening the U.S. or is he weakening the U.S.? Does he mean business or is he just happy to be in power? Happy to be back in the seat for 4 more years? That's not enough for the U.S. That's not enough for the American people. We need more. We've seen when he addressed the U.S. how it went. We're seeing what he has done to Obama and Michelle Obama, former president and first lady. No one in his administration has said anything to cover up what he's done. all they did was make themselves look stupid. Not only is he calling us monkeys, us black folk, but he's doing things out of order. He's not going to the representative. He's not going to the House. He's not touching the three branches of government. That's what we were taught in school. He's bypassing these, and he's doing whatever he wants to do. And we just facing the backlash once we wake up or realize Trump has done something under our nose. And that's how they feel in the White House. Trump is doing things under their nose. He's doing them low key. He's not getting permission. He cares nothing about the Constitution. He cares nothing about you. He cares nothing about me. All he cares about is that he's at power. Now, people can debate with me and say, Trump cares about you because he does this. Trump cares about you because he done that. Listen, Trump even speak ignorant. Let's put him against Obama. Let's put Trump here and let's put Obama here. Let's ask questions without them even reading a note or a letter or anything that their people writes up for them. And let's see really who makes a difference. Let's put Trump here and Bush here. Or we can do it vice versa. Let's put Obama here and Bill Clinton here. We will see that at the end of the day, these people line up. Let's put Al Gore here and let's put Obama here. Or Al Gore here and Bill Clinton here. We can even switch things up. And it's still going to line up that Trump has lost his mind. And Trump is loving the power. He's loving what he's doing because he thinks he's doing it in the right way. And we are benefiting off of it. What we'll benefit of and what we're going to get is a war that we do not want. Because we're going to lose a lot of our soldiers that need to be home with their families. Our family needs to hear from them every now and then. Don't you think if we go to war, they're going to attack us? They're going to try to hurt us and kill us? Put us under the dirt? Destroy humanity? They're going to do this. Whether we bomb them or got the best jets or got the best fireworks or whatever we got. Because Trump coming out with new stuff as we go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why? Because Trump is doing things out of order. And if he does things in order, if he really cared about the Constitution, it's what we wouldn't be in this predicament that we're in. Federal elections interference case. January the 6th. We're going to jump right into that because that has Trump name written all over it. My question is, will Trump have to face legal charges after his last term as president? And the answer I got was, it's unlikely that Donald Trump will face criminal charges or penalties because the charges that was brought against him as a federal case were dismissed and the remaining states dropped their following the 2024 re-election. Let's break down the cases because they said it's unlikely that he's going to face these charges once he's out the seat. But then it tells us the remaining states dropped it because of the 2024 re-election, him as president of the United States of America. I just read one. Federal election interference case, January the 6th, dismissed by Judge Tanya in November 2024 because of immunity. Federal classified documents case dismissed by Judge Cannon in July of 24. The withdrew city, they withdrew from it. The people that indicted him, they withdrew from it. Georgia election interference case was dismissed in November 2025 by a new prosecutor, Mr. Pete, after the case was installed. It was stalled. It was backed up. It wasn't being prosecuted. So they, had no other choice. New York hush money case. Trump found guilty on 34 felonies. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, not even 24, but 34 felons. Counts in May of 2024. In January 2025, judge sentenced him to an unconditional discharge, meaning no prison time, fine, or probation, although the conviction remains. They still there, but he will not face them. Why? Because he's the president of the United States. I never heard a president go to jail, but I do need to know that he's not above the law. No probation, no jail time, no prison time, no nothing. Just a slap on the wrist. Listen, if it was Obama, if it was Bush, if it was Reagan, they'd probably be thrown in jail. Under the building. Key thrown away somewhere in Las Vegas, swamp somewhere. But since it's Trump, President Donald Trump, he gets a slap on the wrist and, told never to do it again. 34 counts and get a slap on the wrist. Is it fair? Or is it life? It's the life that we live in. And it's sad. We're about to go to war. It looks like what's happening. And if he stops it, we give him a round of applause. But in this case, Trump is throwing things out there that he do not need to be throwing out there. Period. No ifs and buts about it. Miss Candace Owens, she talks about different things on her podcast that's really truly hidden. Y'all need to go tune into her podcast. I like the Candace Owens podcast. Go watch the Breakfast Club. They will fill you in on really what's really going on. I'm getting my news from them. And they're getting it from their secret source. So I know it's true. And then President Trump will tell you. Go watch some of his interviews. He'll let you know. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, and I'm going to continue. Does he speak well? Is he grammar? He's okay. Could he do better? He can. Will he do better? He will not. And that's who we got in the White House. I'm not racist. I like Bush. I like Clinton. I didn't care about the color they was. I didn't even know what they was doing because I really wasn't in tune in it. But when Obama became president, my mind opened up saying, if Obama can do it, I can do it. And I'm not going to run for president, but I can do other things. If I put my mind to it, I can achieve it. Because first black president, we never thought we'd ever have a black president. But life fooled us. And we got one. Not 4 years, but 8 years. And he had a dang hard time trying to get things done and passed. But Trump is getting things passed just left and right. Trump doing things under the radar. Trump not going to the three branches of government, getting permission, getting the okay. Because he knows if they see or they hear about it, they're going to veto it. They're going to tell him to stand down. And they have the right. They have the power. But he's not going through them. And he's doing things on his own. And guess what? The military going to listen to him. Because he's the chief. He pulls the string. He let things be known that, hey, I'm the man with the button. And when I press it, my troops need to go to war. My troops need to go hijack a president and hold him in New York. It's sad, but these are all true facts. Because he comes back on there and he lets you know. Listen, we have one more video to play with Charlemagne the God. Listen to this video. Tell me what you think. Take a look.
Board of peace. This is the man who 10 years ago promised to focus on America first. He said when he first ran for president in 2016 that regime change is a proven absolute failure. He promised to stop racing to topple foreign regimes. Okay, in 2024, when he ran for president, he said he would start no new wars. And he said that if Big Sister General Kamala Harris won, she would get us into World War III guaranteed. And send the sons and daughters of Americans to go fight for a war in a country that you've never heard of. I'm not making any of this up. Let's listen.
We're going to stop the reckless and costly policy of regime change. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars. 4 years, we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. You're not going to have a war with me, and you're not going to have a third world war with me. That I can tell you. I will also restore peace through strength, and I will prevent World War III from happening. We will stop it. When crooked Hillary Clinton was running against me, she said, look at him, listen to him, listen to his horrible tone. I said, that horrible tone is going to keep people from fighting us, and that's what happened.
Well, none of that has aged well. Not to mention, they told us last summer that Iran's nuclear facilities have been obliterated and suggestions otherwise are fake news. That was posted on the White House website on June 25th, 2025. But just last week, on February 22nd, they told us Iran is a week away from bomb-grade material. I'm not making none of this up either. Roll the tape.
Till Iran wants to meet. As you know, their sites were obliterated. They're very evil nuclear sites. They were, now has been proven. We had some fake news for a little while.
He also said that Obama would start a war with Iran to boost his re-election prospects. Let's listen to this one.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran.
Well, speaking of starting a war to boost their re-election prospects, what about starting a war to stop an election?
Peace. People don't believe that.
A vote for Donald Trump is a vote for a man who wants to end wars, not start them.
We do not want war with Iran.
Listen, Trump said it himself. I'm not going to come in and start war. As you can see in that video, Charlemagne the God pointed him out clearly. You lied. You lied about this. You lied about that. What else you lying about? The Epstein cases, Trump is in them. Is they going to ever be put out there for American to see? We don't know. But as we know, Trump is in them. Period. We know that. But the people of the higher ups are not going to expose him unless he comes up from out of their pockets and says, I'm going to go somewhere else and I'm going to do something else. Then he's going to be exposed and probably be impeached or killed. But at the end of the day, do we want Trump dead? No. We want Trump alive. We want him to face the 34 cases that is against him. He lied about not going to war, going to war, because as you can see in that video, he just went to war with Iran. He declared war on Iran. So if you're not going to go to war, or you don't want to go to war, why did you declare war on Iran? What was they doing so bad that you had to go declare war? See, we need to start looking at Trump's agendas and really what you already know him, but these new agendas that he's coming up with on a daily basis, or his administration. Like, and again, Trump administration, his family, his people that surround him, really not telling him nothing. They're following him. And as long as they follow him, they headed to the same cliff he headed to. And he's deep down there. So yes, he get the donkey of the day, and for me, he get the donkey of the year. Because he's one president that we have had that have really made a mockery out of the U.S. Point blank, period. Any other president, they would not be in the White House at this time. Probably wouldn't be able to run a second term if that would have came out on him. But again, it's Donald J. Trump. he gets away with everything. Y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Please like, comment, subscribe to Miss Candace Owen channel. And please like, comment, and subscribe to The Breakfast Club. As you know, they're on Netflix now. So you cannot go to YouTube and watch them. You can go watch clips, but you can't watch the whole video. You have to go on there and buy Netflix in order to watch their new upcoming videos. And Vlad, go subscribe to Vlad. Vlad been doing this over 20 plus years. And I look up to him. I look up to their podcast and their radio station because that's where I get my news from. If you want to know anything, TikTok is where to look. I go on there, I look up things that I need to look up, and I get them like that. Again, please, ma'am, please, sir, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Tell me how you feel about all these different things that I have came up with. Are they true? Are they false? Am I just talking? I want to hear from you. I want to know if I'm true or not. Because if I'm not telling the truth, please correct me. Or ask to come up on the podcast. And again, I would love for you to come on here and let's discuss things that is going on in the U.S. Trump is out of hand. Trump has lost his mind. Trump is insane. But again, he stated war on Iran, and he said he wasn't going to he wasn't going to cause war when he became president. And as we can see, he lied about it. So if he lied about this, there's other things that he got in the closet that he's going to lie about again. Again, please, ma'am, please, sir. Please, ma'am, please, sir. Come on over here to JLW Podcast and let's talk about what's going on in your state, your town, your city, your mayor, your governor, or your representative. At the end of the day, I'm here to talk about any and everything. It does not matter over here on the JLW Podcast. Remember, I love you. I love you. I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Be blessed and may God continue to bless you is my prayers. Deuces.